today's class with our mermaid, which is a lovely stretch for the sides of the body. As you can see, your hip is stacked on top of your bent knee and the opposite leg is outstretched. And you are reaching over, transferring from one side to the other. Hi there, thank you for joining me today. Okay, we're going to start with our mermaid. Let's find our starting position. We are kneeling. We're going to stretch the opposite leg out to the side. Make sure that the hip is stacked over the knee. You'll then inhale the arm up to the ceiling, the bent knee side, and on the exhale you'll stretch over towards the foot of the outstretched leg. And you'll hold this position and then you'll inhale the arms up to the ceiling and over, exhale. Think of yourself a bit like a weepy willow. Really feeling the stretch through the obliques and the QL and even your lats, and over. Hold. You'll inhale the arms up, over, and exhale to reach to the other side. Let's now swap sides, stretching that leg out. Inhale the arm up to the ceiling and exhale, reach. Hold the position. You'll then inhale the arms up toward the ceiling and over, and exhale, stretch. You'll also feel a wonderful inner thigh stretch at the same time. Up and over, breathe. And let's go for one last one. Inhale the arms up and over, exhale. We'll now move into the next exercise, which is a great warm-up for the spine. Seated at the edge of the mat, you'll roll off your sitting bones into a C curve and then return back to a lengthened spine. It's really engaging the abdominals and utilizing your hip flexors to move. Okay, let's find our starting position. We will sit at the edge of the mat with our feet hip distance apart. Knees are bent, the feet can be pointed or flexed. You'll lengthen through the spine and you will take your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing inward. Inhale to prepare and exhale. Round off those sitting bones. Look at the belly button. Hold and return to your lengthened spine. Concentric and eccentric movements of the abdominals and the hip flexors. So muscles working in unison with one another in order for you to move like this. And as I mentioned, it's a lovely warm-up exercise for the spine, particularly with any rolling exercises. The breathing pattern is inhale, lengthen, exhale, roll of those sitting bones. Inhale, hold and squeeze, and exhale, return to your lengthened spine. Inhale, hold, exhale, round. It's extremely important to get the breathing right. If you struggle to keep your arms up at shoulder height, just place them behind your thighs, your hands behind your thighs, and use your thighs to assist with the movement. We're going to take 2 more reps. Exhale, round. Our last one. And release it up. Straight from our roll down, we'll then continue to take the arms overhead with the legs straight, and then you will then roll up and over and stretch the hamstrings. Straightening those legs, locking the knees, flexing the feet. Inhale, exhale, roll off the sitting bones like you did previously. Arms overhead. Inhale, arms head up. Exhale, roll over. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, roll off the sitting bones. Take the arms overhead. Inhale the arms and head up. Exhale. So you'll notice that the exhale occurs with the exertion of movement. The exhalation actually assists with moving here. Exhale. Over, stretch. I'm moving through this quite quickly, but if you'd like to slow down the movement, you can do so. Again, remembering not to take those arms too far overhead that your rib cage juts out. Lengthen, roll, arms overhead. Inhale up, exhale, over, stretch. We're halfway. So there's a real concentration on keeping those legs locked at the knee, flexed feet, controlling the movement, using your center, your core, your powerhouse to assist with moving upwards and downwards with the body. Lengthening through the spine. And roll down for our 8th rep. Inhale, the arms and head up. Exhale, fold forward. Let's go on to our 9th rep. Take the arms over. Inhale up. Exhale. Stretch over those legs. Let's move on to our last rep. Exhale. Round, over with the arms, inhale them up and exhale, fold forward and stretch it out. Our next exercise is crisscross, but using the hand and knee to create resistance. So you'll be using the opposite hand and knee to push against. Let's get into our starting position. We're lying on the mat and we're going to interlace those hands behind our head. Knees are up. Exhale, bring the body up. Inhale again and exhale to twist. So left hand, right knee. And over to the other side, exhale. Once you twist, you hold the position for a couple of seconds. Inhale, exhale to the other side. And if you really are pushing that hand against your knee, you will feel your obliques activate. It really is an effective movement. Let's go for our last 3 reps. Ensuring that that elbow stays open. 1 more. Great, and release it down. Let's drop the knees from side to side so we can stretch the spine as well as the muscles that we've just used. I do love this exercise because you feel like you're getting a great hamstring stretch as well as an abdominal workout. And you can see there's a bit of a pulsing action with the legs. to bring some momentum about. Let's find our starting position. Lying on our back, push the lower back into the mat. We'll start by taking that right leg up toward the ceiling, pointing the toe, and then extending the opposite leg out. You'll roll up and hold onto the leg and inhale to prepare and switch. Pulse twice, switch. So you're inhaling through the center of the movement to swap legs, and on the pulse you'll exhale. If you struggle to do this with straight legs, you can always keep the legs slightly bent. Let's go on to our last rep. Well done. Lower the legs, stretch those arms out, and let's go into a side-to-side spiral stretch, ensuring that those feet are to the width of the mat and you're dropping those knees from side to side. We'll start by extending our right leg up to hip height, rounding on the exhale, inhaling to extend again, and exhale, placing the foot on the mat. So you're rounding your knee to nose, extend the leg to hip height and down. With our side version, we'll be doing exactly the same thing, except the knee will go to elbow, extend back and down. Inhale up, exhale round, inhale back, and exhale down. Okay, let's go ahead and find our starting position. We are going into plank, which means that our shoulders are stacked on top of those wrists. We'll then walk those legs behind us, and we're now balancing on the toes. Let's get ready for it. Inhale the right leg up, exhale round, knee to nose. Inhale back and exhale down. Inhale up with the left leg round as if you're in cat stretch. Inhale back, exhale down. Let's go for 2 more reps. Inhale back, exhale down. 1 more, inhale up, round. Extend back to hip height and down. So we're just resting in our shell stretch, rocking from side to side, taking our inhalations and exhalations. Let's now roll up into our heels, and we'll go into a bit of an exaggerated shoulder roll, bringing those arms up toward the ears. And let's stretch those arms across the front of our body, pulling with the opposite hand. And swap sides. And we'll just roll out a few more times before we move into the next exercise. Let's now go into leg pull side, so we're finding our plank stance once again. And extend those legs out behind us, balancing on the toes. Let's get ready for it. Inhale up, exhale round, inhale back, and exhale down. So really trying to twist that knee to elbow. The leg goes back to hip height and down. Let's go for our last 2. Round exhale, inhale back, exhale down. 1 more, and exhale, inhale back, and down. Well done. Let's just stretch back here into our shell stretch. I really love this exercise. You'll come up into your side plank and take the arm overhead and round back down so that the hips hover just above the mat. Let's find our starting position. We're going to extend those legs out next to us. Your top leg, the foot of your top leg is going to be in front of the foot of the bottom leg. Your arm is extended out slightly next to you, and you'll come up. Take the arm overhead and down. Exhale on this exertion of movement and down. So notice the amount of control. You are going to feel a lot of pressure in the arm and shoulder that's helping to prop you up. But what you're essentially trying to do is to use the abdominals to lighten the load. And of course your feet that are planted firmly on the mat. We'll have 4 more reps here. Exhale over. Inhale down. Exhale over, stretch. 2 more reps. One more. Great, release it down. Let's just stretch out by rolling the shoulder of the arm that was holding you up. And stretch over to the opposite side. And now for the other side. So let's turn over. Taking those legs out, remembering that the top leg's foot goes in front. And your arm is stretched slightly outwards so that when you come up, your shoulder is stacked over your hand that's on the mat. Okay, we're up for 1. And 2, exhale. 3. As much as you're feeling your abdominals activate to lift you up into this pose, you're also feeling an incredible stretch down the side of the body. This really requires your alignment to be correct, as well as control, flow, stamina. It is a difficult exercise. 2 more reps. 1 more to go. Exhale, stretch, reach. Great, and release it down again, rolling that shoulder that's worked so hard to hold you up. Stretch over, reaching that hand to the opposite side of the room. Well done. Let's go ahead and stretch our wrists after having worked them so hard. Placing the hands in front of the body, your fingers are facing you. Your arms are locked and you're rocking over your arms and hands, forwards and backwards. Let's sit up then and stretch those hands towards us, so holding onto the fingers. Move over to the opposite hand and arm. Interlace the hands, pushing them away from you. And lastly, we'll roll those wrists, reversing the movement. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to tomorrow's class.